running. There we go, go live. I should be back live. It says I'm live on the studio. It shows that I'm live on the studio. Let's see if that, yeah, I'm back. Cool. So now the delay should be better than it was. And it's going to start a new chat room and all that. Okay. Tony, how am I going to fix this? Well, if I could find a little circle. That's going to change that angle. I want that there. That's fine. So I don't want to move it. I somehow want to get... There we go. You know what? That's going to be close enough for the government work right there. That looks like that might do it. Now, got to think on this. I've never tried this, by the way. Just so that everyone knows, I have never tried this at all. I've got to... There we go. Now I got the zoom window involved. There's only 4 of us in there, so that's cool. Should be showing up down in the lower... Should be down in the lower right-hand corner. Hopefully it won't affect DaVinci Resolve all that much. So here's the good about live things. You learn a lot. You also make yourself look like a complete idiot. And I didn't go look it up. I like the idea. I like the suggestion. Someone sent me a message and said, hey, do this in the color page of DaVinci. Great idea. The problem is I have never done that. So what I want to do is come over here and look for something that will allow me to change the color. And I only see color space transform and color stabilizer. I'm gonna grab that, put it in there. And thinking that's not going to help because that made all my stuff go away, but I'm going to bring this to here. I'm going to take that to there. I got a feeling if I make this color change, it's also going to change the blue behind it, I think. But now the problem is I got to find a way to change the color. So far I'm being pretty damn good about marking that little bulb. Got to get the positive when we can. So selected area is what I want. Stabilize white balance. I want to get something that says color. And I'm not seeing it.
They took that out in the new version.
Probably. They probably like anticipated that I was going to be doing this at some point in time. And okay, that's back. I don't want that really. Off qualifier, power window image, dust removal. Unsupported file format. Okay. But I do have now what appears to be something over here, which is a reflection of that I don't think, oh, it is in the original one. Never mind. I've got it. All right. All right. I'm going to try this a different way. I'm not going to do this in the color page. I'm going to go back to there. I'm actually going to go to the Fusion page. While in the Fusion page, I'm going to hit Shift Space and type in color, the word color, and I'm looking for color corrector right here. I'm going to add the color corrector in there. Oh, isn't this cool? If this will work. Now let's see where, oh, it's changing the entire thing. See, now we have the Grinch Merry Christmas. Now we have whatever the hell that is. The purple.
Green.
Yeah, really. So I'm going to get rid of the color corrector for now. I think that's going to come. Hey, Darren. Hey, Tony. Hey, Bobby. And whoever else I'm missing. Turned off sub mode. No, I'm not going to make any more changes.
Yeah.
Sub mode set to 20 minutes. He can sub, and 20 minutes later he can talk. But I'm back to snappy moving, and that's cool. So what I am going to do is, and I'm sorry, Bobby. I wish I'd have caught that sooner on the other one. I might have done it. So I'm going to go grab by highlighting my media in, which we know is this. I'm going to go to a circular ellipse, and I'm going to add it. Okay. Now I can move this ellipse wherever I want, and I want it on this ball right here. So I'm going to pretty much center that on the ball. Then I'm going to take the circular ellipse and bring it up over here. If I move this, the ellipse moves. So this is not really helpful in this application, but it'll help. I'm going to grab the edge and I'm going to shrink this down. Or I could do it another way, which is go over here to the inspector, and as long as my center and my Y are the same value, it'll be a perfect circle. But I don't like doing that. I like to do things the hard way. At least according to Mrs. K, I do.
That could be interpreted a number of different ways.
True. We won't go there until we're no longer streaming. And if Alex is here, we'd have to explain ourselves. So I'm going to shut that off because that's confusing to me. I should be able to do the same exact thing right here by grabbing this, and I can, and then I'm going to bring it over here, and then I'm going to try to touch this up, and that looks like that's about as good as that's going to get to me. So now I'm going to add the color corrector back in while still connected to the ellipse. And again, I have not practiced, played, tested, or read up, did any research, nothing. I got the idea, or it was the suggestion was given to me, and I thought, damn, that's a good idea. Shift space, color corrector still there because I haven't changed it. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to bring this up, and then it didn't put it where I wanted it to, or did it? Oh, it might have. It might have. So first things first, my OCD, I got to have everything just perfect. I'm going to go to the color corrector, and I don't see that yellow damn bulb changing colors. I'll bet what we do see changing colors. Oh, that's red. Does that mean it's not? Oh, it does. Go to the color corrector. All right. Now it's showing up. So some of your younger creators and people in OBS would be freaking out about right now. I'm such a seasoned veteran of 35 and a half seconds of experience. I'm not even worried. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to grab all this, bring it over here. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to off click that. I'm going to grab this again. I'm going to bring it right here. Off click. Bring that like that. So I got to think through this a minute. If I put the color if I put that back into there, and then go to here, I'm still not seeing what it's changing, if it's changing anything. So chances are it's not. Control Z to change that. If I take the ellipse into here, then we get that, but we don't get the entire picture. Is that because we need a merge? So I'm going to highlight this, add a merge. Nope. Put the color corrector into there. Nope. That's not going too good. The picture's there. Take the color into here. You can't do that. Take the color into here. Take the ellipse into here. Color corrector is not going to, although I didn't lose this yet. Now, this would be good if when I move this color wheel around, that changes. But I can pretty much say right now it's not going to, because we're no longer seeing the ellipse. So if I change this, so I'm like 0 for 2 on this right now. It can be done though. There's no doubt in my mind it can be done. If I put that into there, go over here, that's not it. Okay, so
I see Carrie's on in a half hour.
yeah, I was reminded of that too, and I'll never outperform. I'll never outdo Doug either, as far as that goes. But Carrie, no, I'll never be able to keep up with him. Okay, so now I don't have any red, and I can change the overall color of the whole thing. So that's kind of what I want. Control Z. Let me get back to normal. So now do I put this to here? That brings up the whole thing. That's not the normal color though, is it? Maybe it is. Who knows? Actually, all right, that's back to the normal color, and it still has my ellipse. The ellipse is still the same size as the bulb. Now, I need to change the color, but I know when I move this, it's going to change the color of the whole thing. And I also know now to put that back in the center, and that makes it back to the natural color. So does the ellipse go into here? You guys got any thoughts on this? Okay. No idea who that is. Okay, the background's got to go into there. If we disconnect that temporarily, connect that to there, we're still going to have that. That makes sense. Now we want to take the ellipse and run it into the, okay, that bring, oh, the ellipse is highlighted. Now if we put the ellipse in the background, it gives us just that. If we take the ellipse and put it into the color corrector, take the color corrector and put it into there, it's not working. This is a cool thing in DaVinci 18, is it when it's not going to work, it gives you red and saying it's not going to work. So that's kind of cool. Good idea, man. Why has it got to give me such a hard time of doing this? I'm thinking the background's not needed.
Oh boy, Carrie husband saw him.
That's what I've been told. Yeah, Jeff, I did go ahead and start at 4, even though Doug wasn't finished. And I really now feel stupid, but hey, that's how you learn things in life, right? I'm going to do something that no one is going to understand, including me, probably. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go to the Fusion page. I'm going to bring down a background node. I'm going to go grab some media, which I already have, and I'm going to add it into there. And then I'm going to, while on the merge node, go shift color corrector. Oh, this is looking good, but I think it's going to change the whole color. I still think it's going to change Yeah, see how that changes the entire color? I got to get this to change only the ellipse. Well, moron, you got to have an ellipse for it to change the color of the ellipse. So let's go to the merge and see, can I add an ellipse to the merge? Oh, that's interesting. I can. Now, can I take this and... No, I cannot. That's ellipsing the whole thing. That's a good idea. The wrong idea, but a good idea. Because if I narrow this down, it's doing that. I want the whole thing. So let's get rid of the ellipse. Can I not? I know you guys are wondering why is that showing. Well, the ellipse is what I've got highlighted, so it's going to do what it needs to do. Now, if I connect this back, it's going to really look funky. So I'll put it in the merge first. Figured that. I honestly figured that. If I put it in the background, that's different. If I put it down in the median, then it gets to that. Oh, wait. What if I invert it? Ah, the gray matter I have. That one cell kicked in. I like that. Okay, so I inverted it. Hey, stealth mode. Merry Christmas. Good to see you or hear you.
Hello.
Oh, winter mute. Maybe I should look at Zoom. Just call me. This is the second, Ken. All right. So now I got my ellipse over the bulb, and the rest of the picture is there. Took a minute, but I kind of stumbled my way through it. Now I need to change that bulb color, I think. I don't think, you know what? I'm just going to see what black looks like on a green background, green thing here. Long Dog joins us. Great guy, and Jeff Ryman is with us. So I'm going to go back to the color tab. I'm going to go to gallery. I'm going to right click, grab a still, and it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because nothing you're doing today is working. Grab a still. Okay, go back to here. I'm going to mute Greg. Sounds like he's talking to his son. Okay, so I know I can go to the color page. Can't I? Oh, that's BH Ringer's got something going on. Can I remove node grade? I can. Is that going to make a difference if I right click, grab a still? It's not letting me grab this still for some reason. Of course not. Why would I expect something to work out? Because that's just the way it goes today. I'm gonna mute BH Ringer for a minute. Okay, so why can't I grab a still? What am I doing wrong? Turn all that off. Right click, grab still. Am I in the gallery? I'm an idiot. I have 4 stills. If you can't laugh at yourself, you laugh at Tim Soul. So I'm going to export this, and I'm going to put this over in my, I think I have an actual folder called stills. Well, I might have an actual folder called stills. I do right here in DaVinci Resolve. So it's saying there's nothing matches mine because it's a DPX file. I want to change it to a JPEG file. And then I want to change it to reflect a proper name. And I'm just going to call this bulb. And save it, export it, save it, whatever. Minimize this, jump back to my D drive. I could actually do that a different way, but go into my stills and see if it's there. There it is. Yeah, not sure I like the black color, but it kind of doesn't give it that bulby look, so to speak. But that's fine. Now we're really going to test fate. And we're going to bring up, this will look familiar to somebody. I'm going to bring this up. And yes, I've been messing around with this all day long. And I've made a few changes. And some of them are good, some of them are bad. So I need to go down here to... I lost it. Right here. I'm going to change. Right now, I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything, but I changed the background to something else. And now I want to change. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Yeah. I want to change the current background, and I'll show you guys current background. Current background for the clocks is this. Okay? And between Mrs. K and I, we both kind of agree. I changed the size of the EST, and I changed the size of the names, and I figured out how to put a space in between them. Well, it was pointed out to me that on YouTube, it looks like Jim doesn't come through too well. And could I change the color of the bulb? I'm doing it the poor man's way. This obviously doesn't look like a bulb. I mean, if you compare the two of them, you have bulb looking item compared to black ellipse. I mean, I changed them. I tried every color in the rainbow that I could think of, and yellow, and yellow lime look about the best. So I thought, well, this is a good idea to change this color. It really is. And the more I think about it, to do it right, I would go into DaVinci, use the shape tool, and actually recreate the bulb, and then put the bulb over it. But let's see what happens when I change the image here. I'm curious. So I'm going to go into my stills. I want to rename this, but I don't want to rename it. I want to Control C that. Then I want to come back over here to this. I want to take out the Merry Christmas PNG, and I want to Control V.
Do you need to put it in the folder where the HTML file is? If you don't have you just use the name. Otherwise, you need to put a path to it, wherever the path is.
So this won't work by doing this?
You just have to move that file to the HTML folder where the HTML file is.
Oh, okay.
This is just you got a relative name there. It needs to either pick that out of the same folder or put a path in it, and you can path to whatever folder you want.
I'm not. You and I need to get together on that, unless you want to try to make me smart here, as someone pointed out yesterday. So,
Just to move the full file, the image file.
So it's easier to move this.
Move the still to wherever the HTML file is on your computer.
And you think I really know where that's at?
Well, you had it up in editing, so you can go to that and figure it out.
Yeah, smart people can figure it out, but you do know you're talking about me, right? I mean, so you want me to put it in here? This is where that's at, right here. It's in my downloads. I have not moved it off anywhere yet.
Yeah, put it there.
All right, so paste it in here. Does it make any difference if it's a JPEG or not? It doesn't, does it?
No, it's just whatever you call it. I mean, you have to reference it in the HTML file.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it changes it, but it doesn't look like a bulb. Even though it's got the bulb looking thing right there. I will have to remember that little pointer you just gave me, Wintermute. Thank you very much. I don't understand. Do what, Tim?
The names are cut off a little bit.
The screen's cut off a little bit on YouTube.
the only ones that I see are off are Mike and Mimi. Everybody else looks like they should. Well, no. Robert's blended into Sean. Not sure why that is, because a while ago they were not.
Change the side, the width of the browser window for the clocks, and it'll spread it. That's not the browser.
So we don't need to be in here.
Not yet. Look it up. You might have to go back.
Okay, so this is full.
If you want to change how the names are shown,
Right.
Go to the browser window with the clocks and widen it.
Well, it's full screen now.
It's already full screen.
Yes, sir. It's full screen right now. So I understand you want me to go here and do this, right? Change the browser, the size. Yeah. So I just always
much together when you move it.
Right. So
They're in relative.
that's why I brought this up, is I think there's got to be a change made in here to
It's gonna be a little more complicated.
complication is my middle name. Yeah, I can't make this any bigger to stretch that out, clearly. But yes, I saw what you meant was when you take this and change the window size, it just crunches everybody.
Squeeze together.
Yes, right. Can I try? I'm gonna try. No, that won't work. Doggone it. So you don't think I can come into the notepad and figure out a way to change that? Although it would be more complicated, yes. Can I, is there any way, if I put a space in here, does that affect what happens over here? Does that make sense? So if I put a space before the S, let's just say I go 1, 2, and I save it. Does that make any change whatsoever in here?
No,
it does not. Okay, well, it's
worth
a thought.
Non-breaking space. It's a and NBSP semicolon. That's a non-breaking space in HTML. That would change it.
Or
Ampersand NBSP.
okay, so where do I put that at?
Before the Sean, the S and Sean.
So ampersand. Okay. N is in Nancy.
Yeah, B is in Ben. SP is in space. B is in Ben.
Do I need a space between ampersand? Okay.
E NBSP.
NBSP.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a semicolon.
And then a
multiples of those?
Semicolon. You can multiples of this command.
Multiples of those will give you multiple spaces. So that's many spaces.
Right. Yeah, I kind of figured that out when you said that. Okay, so let's see what one looks like. And I'd never figured that out. So let's go here, refresh that. Oh, it moved it 1. Okay. So now, what the heck? Now.
So it's probably, if you go up, scroll up in this file, just change the width of those columns, go all the way, keep going.
Can we go to the top or for the width?
Top, yes.
Okay.
Be towards the top.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so that width 12%?
Yeah.
Make that like 15% or something like that. See what that does for you.
Did you do the math in your head? But the problem is now BH Ringer dropped from up here to down here.
Yeah, see, it doesn't fit the line now. See, there's 7 of them. it's too much, you can do 13, maybe 12 and a half, but it was already at 12.
Well, so you can do halves.
Yes, you can. I've never tried.
I've never. Well, I actually had the thought earlier today, but I thought, oh, I don't know if you can do that or not. Okay, that worked. 13 and a half. Put BH back up here. Yeah, I see an issue with this. It's just, here's the problem I had. I like the green and yellow, except over the bulb and except over the gift. And I don't, without really doing a lot of research, I'm not real sure how I can fix that. Can I ask a dumb question?
Sure.
Can you make individual text? So if I wanted to make BH Ringer a specific color, is that
Yes.
possible?
Yes.
Is it difficult? Is that done over here in the notepad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Okay. It's probably easier to make it different. Okay. Can you scroll down the notepad a little bit? You want to go div name, I believe is the name of
Are you looking for the colors?
the color set of the name. So yeah, there you go. So if you make, see, go back up, div name, see color lime, that's the color of the text. If you make a div name 1 or div name 2 or something like that, and give it a different color, and then change BH Ringer's class to that div name 2, to name 2, I'll show you. It would inherit the different color. So it was just be his. All the others the same line. His would be different color.
I wonder how odd
That's
that
what you
would.
want.
Yeah, well, I do, but I don't. I wonder how odd that would look that we have all these green names and then BH Ringer shows up, which is he's not back yet. Yeah, I think for now I'm good. I'm gonna leave it like it is. I think. 'Cause
See, like,
I mean, I believe me when I tell you I have mastered this right here. I sat here for 3 hours today going, what happens if I go blue, blue, and then it dawned on me you can do a, what is it, Control S, and it saves it, and then you can change it. Blue don't work.
you need a semicolon at the end of the line. You didn't have it. I think you erase the semicolon. Blue, yeah, blue doesn't look right.
No. So then I figured out if I go yellow here and lime here, and then
There should be a semicolon at the end of that line.
I think there is. It's just down there. Can I move it?
I can't see.
It's over here.
Okay.
So then I'll go Control S and then refresh it. I played around with that for quite a long time, and then I've changed the size a little bit. I was especially happy I was able to change the background several times, and I'm debating on whether I'm gonna. Pardon?
You can use any image you want.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I'm actually gonna leave the black bulb here. I probably. It's 5 now. I probably might try to go into DaVinci Resolve and then go into shapes and actually create the bulb itself. That can be done. You've been playing around in DaVinci as well, right?
No, a long time.
Oh, I thought you had. I know Rick does. I know Gary did. I thought you were still. But yeah.
But I just haven't really messed with it.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Oh, great! I forgot to change the name. Yeah. Save project as bulb color change with an H. I'll change that up there. Then I can go back over here to my project manager. I can close this. Opens up a new untitled. And you think I know nothing about the color tab. Believe me when I tell you I know nothing about the shapes. I know they exist. And that's about it. Beginning to hate my keyboard today as well. I already added it. Okay, so I can cancel that. A little slow. Connect this over here. Oh, I guess I cannot. How do I connect that? Do a merge? No. So now I can manipulate that into looking like a bulb somehow if I really sit here and take my time and figure out how to do it. I'll be honest with you, it's going to take me a minute to figure this out because it's in 3D and I'm going to have to add a 3D render. And did that not connect? Oops. No, it's not. So do I need, what do I need? How do I can, oh. I need,
Kind of effect.
I need,
Effect, like glowing, like part of it would glow, part of it not. Might look like, I don't
oh yeah, there's all kind of, oh yeah, I forgot I had a message a while ago. There's all kind of things you have to put in there. Actually to change it. But now I should be able to take this and that should show up over there. Because everything has to have a beginning, something to connect it to that. In this case, it's a merge 3D, and with 3D you have to have the render and then the out. I've not played around with shapes all that much. I think one of these hotkeys up here is actually, oh, here we go. Let's get, well, this is the same thing. Shape 3D is the same as shape 3D. Makes no, if I take this and take it out of the equation and grab the shape 3D here and drag it down there, it's still going to be the same thing. You know, I just need to learn how to manipulate this into a ball, which could it be as simple as going up here to the inspector and make it in a sphere? And then could it be as simple as, oh, geez. What in the world is a Taurus? Don't say someone born in April. I'm married to one. So I need to figure out how to manipulate the shape, because that doesn't look like a glow or one of those Christmas ornament bulbs in my opinion either, because I need to extrude it somehow. So let's see here. That's too big. That's probably good right there. Yeah. Boy, do I remember those days of Blender. No, we're not going to do that. But yeah, you're right. It needs to height subdivisions. I'm not seeing much change in, okay. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, wait a minute now. We'll figure it out. So put that back to where it was. Visibility, matte, blend mode, normal tangent. Do what, Wintermute?
There's a lighting category.
Visibility,
lighting, matte.
Right here. Well, if we turn them all off, doesn't seem to make any difference. Turn them back on. Visibility. Unseen by camera. Okay, now we want it to be seen by the camera. Call faces, no idea. That's kind of cool. Do I affect that? No, that's the whole thing. That's different. Back. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a couple videos on this because I know you can change. You can literally change this into what you want. I just want to make it a bulb. Right now, it doesn't appear to be a. It looks to be a circular ellipse to me without the ellipse. What happens if we connect this other one? Well, connected, but I don't really see where it's being shown. Do you? Unless this is on top of it. Oh, and it is. Oh. Okay. So if I go in here and change this one to a sphere, and then bring the size down. Which one am I dealing with here? One or two? Neither one. So this is this one. Put it up here out of the way somewhere. Go back to this one. And it seems to have disappeared because I changed, what I changed? The radius? There it is. That's too big. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I'm kind of going to have to look into this. All right, I have no idea how long I've been going this time around. Can't even find the studio right now. Imagine that. Probably about a little over an
2
hour,
minutes.
maybe. Do what, Wintermute?
42 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think this is the way this has got to go. Is go in here to DaVinci, use the shape node, alter the shape node to make it look like a bulb, and then bring that back over into that picture. I think that will take care of that issue. The problem I'm still going to have is here with BH Ringer name. And yeah, how can I do that? And he giggles. I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't have any idea. I grabbed this off of Pixabay and finally got it to show up.
Oh, gotta go. Terry's going live.
Is he really? Yep, I've got to go. I'm not leaving. If you go to Kerry, let me know how it goes. Anybody check on Doug lately? Is he still going? Or did he finish? Did he get it fixed?
Oh, he's having a rough time. That's 3 for 3.
Yeah, at least 3 for 3. I think this was probably about his 4th or 5th attempt to fix that audio issue. I had the same issue when I tried to play Railroad Tycoon. You had to play it in window mode to have sound, and I played it in window mode, but then I gave up playing it because just lost interest. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Wintermute hits the nail right on the head. Change the background color here. You know, that would show up. Oh, you know what? I just now kind of figured out what you were saying. And by looking at this bulb, if I were to go back into here and add, I don't know, let's say a light. One of these is a light. I think it's this one. No. Camera, nope. A light. Add a light. Well, it should have added it to here because I had it. Thought I had that highlighted. So now, if we grab the light, okay, if we grab the light, I want the light. I do have the light. Why is the ball moving? I don't want the ball. I want the damn light. Okay, so grab the spotlight. There we go. Now, there's a trick to the light, and I got to stop to think of what that is. Unless you know what it is, Wintermute. Well, somehow you got to turn them on and off somewhere, and I don't remember
You
where that's.
switch.
Yeah, basically. Um, Basically, that's correct. You can tell I've done this a lot, huh? Is it under transform? Nope, it is not under transform. Is it in settings? Nope. It's got to be under controls. I missed something between Darren and Rick because Darren just says, Rick, just give him the $20. Where do you turn it? Because the light's got to be on, got to be enabled. I don't think you might have to have the camera though. So I'm going to leave this highlight. I'm going to grab the camera. Boy, that worked out terribly wrong. Go to the camera. Go to stereo. No, that's new. No, it's not in there. Somewhere you turn them on. It's actually enable the light and the shadows, what it is. And I don't think it's in the camera. I think it's in the spotlight itself. I don't think it's in shape. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll work on this offline. I'm a little bit under an hour, probably over an hour considering the first one ran for a few minutes. So, accomplished a little bit. I got the ball changed from yellow to black, but it did away with the bulb looking. It did away with the bulb looking shape, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Tonight, I think I've determined I'm gonna schedule it for 10:45. If she gets out on time, we might even be able to back it up and go to 10:30. But I'll schedule it for 10:45, and then I will stream for till about 11:15, 11:20. We'll go to midnight mass, and I will rejoin Zoom when I get back from mass, which would be about 1 my time. But I will not stream again. It's just kind of late to do that. In the meantime, between now and then, I'm going to pursue this shape thing because now I'm intrigued. This was fun. I don't know everything there is about DaVinci Resolve, nor will I ever know everything there is about DaVinci Resolve because it keeps changing. I know enough on some things that I'm happy with what I can do, and I actually enjoyed trying to learn this real quick. So, anybody got any? How do you guys feel about the green and the yellow, the lime and the yellow? Do we want to try a different color? Do we want to put the ball back to the original yellow, or do you think this makes Jim stand out a little bit more? Darren says blue. Yeah, a blue bulb on a blue background. I'm not sure that'll work. Unless he's do what, Wintermute?
When it's black, his name stands out for sure.
Correct. Well, if I change this to...
Maybe turn on different colors for the names, because that's easiest to change.
If I change it to red, this looks horrible. That didn't do what it was supposed to, but we'll see what happens. Go over here and refresh that. Yeah, see, red just does not work, and for some reason, change. Sure.
Purple.
I tried purple. Purple actually, if I remember right, didn't look that bad. If I remember right. Now yeah, starting to sound crazy now. Did Tim leave? Apparently he did. I think, wait a minute.
How about hot pink?
I don't think that is supposed to be there. Now Mrs. K is sending me a text. Anybody else want to text me real quick? There we go. There's purple. Purple, while it's a cool color, does not work in this application. Although BH Ringer seems to be... Yeah. BH Ringer seems to be a little bit more visible though. So, in all seriousness, Wintermute, how hard is it to change if I wanted to? Tony is saying white. Why did I not use white? There was a reason why I didn't use white, and I don't remember what that was. White.
Can you make them gold?
According to, so there's white.
Just BH Ringers.
Now I just wonder,
Mimi's.
do I me? No, you said Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
The white
right.
wrapping paper.
Yeah, now I could move her name back up, but then that's going to look different than everybody else. I could actually take out the break I put in there, and that'll bring her back up, which would be okay, I guess, for this month, because that's basically all this is. Let's see what we get with gold.
You got a misspelling up there.
I do? What's misspelled?
Tom K?
That's his name, Tom K. I don't know his last name.
Oh,
It's like Sean Gallagher is just Sean G, because gold is not bad. Mimi's a little bit more visible. You're still kind of covered up by this. But the gold is not bad, and it is a little different than the yellow.
can't you move the wrap packages down?
No, that I got that from I probably
Yeah, the image to do that. It's possible.
Oh, it is possible?
I mean, it's not easy, but
Okay.
I don't,
Okay,
you might
Wintermute.
want to do it in DaVinci, but there's other image editors make it easier.
Such as, and it's got to be free.
Yeah, you have to cut that part of the image and move it.
Oh, like in Photoshop?
Yeah, like in Photoshop. I don't know. It's a lot harder than just change the colors of the names.
Yeah, I've still got Photoshop on my machine. I can maybe start messing around with that as well. I think for right now, though, for tonight, I'm just going to leave it like this. This looks pretty good. Not bad at all, I don't think. I'm going to leave that like that. And then I'm going to go look at the shapes. Actually, I'm going to pull a great guy and I'm going to go take a nap, but I'll work with the shapes. So I want to thank Wintermute, Great Guy, BH Ringer, Tim Soul for being here briefly. Robert Michael joins us over in the chat room. Ida was with us in the chat room. I'm going to glance at it real quick. Well, Greg just put did you put salt down? I actually shoveled the drive today. And not the smartest thing in the world to do, but I've got it where I can get in and out of the driveway. So did Jaden subscribe? I'm going to guess he didn't, because I don't see any comments from Jaden. Real quick, I want to show you guys this. This is crazy in my opinion. That's not the one I want.
You need a picture of me?
No, I'm trying to figure out why the dumb thing's not working. All right, there's Doug that I paused. So I'm going to go over here. Check this out. As some of you may or may not know, I did 2 shorts today, or 3. I did Grandpa Teach a Snoopy Dance. It's now up to 1745 in views. And Grandpa Learned to Be an Eagle is pretty much stuck at 1174. This one here amazed me because Lorna and I sat here and watched it, and as quick as you could snap your fingers, these numbers were changing. At one time, they were at 2,232, but I figured a lot of that was bots. So it is, that's part of the game, obviously. I'm surprised I haven't gotten a copyright notification yet. It's only 21 seconds in length, but you can clearly hear the background music of the theme from Charlie Brown. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to go ahead and end said stream. I'll see you guys tonight. You know what? I'll schedule it for 10:30 if we're home. I'll go ahead and get it started. If not, it'll be no later than 10:45 because hopefully she's out early enough that that'll happen. I do my lawnmower. All right, guys.